Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So it's your girl Elena J here, and we are getting into a tutorial today. We are doing a soft glam, and for this look I'm going to start off by using my NARS Radiant Creamy Foundation, and I'm just dispersing that evenly all across my face with a concealer brush. The details on shades and everything that I use in this tutorial will also be listed down in the description box, so yeah, you could just refer to there for details. So I'm just pressing that foundation, like pressing and buffing it into my skin with a fluffy foundation brush. This brush is just a regular brush from Amazon, I believe, but I love it. I will also put the link for this brush set down in the description box. But yeah, so I'm just pressing that foundation into the skin. Make sure you tap it in. You don't want to streak it because you want to get as much full coverage as possible. So we're just tapping that into the skin. Now we're getting into concealing. I'm going in with my Age Rewind concealer from Maybelline, and I'm applying that under my eyes. I'm going to apply it under my chin. Well, no, not under my chin, right on my chin. I'm going to apply it on the bridge of my nose, and I'm also going to apply it in the center of my forehead. So right here, what I'm doing is just carving out the top of my brow with that concealer, so that when I go in and I shape the brow, I already kind of have a shape to it, if that makes sense. But yeah, you'll see as the video continues. So I wanted to brighten up this concealer a bit, so I'm going in with my Maybelline, my Milani Cosmetics concealer. This is their Conceal and Perfect concealer, and I'm going in with that to brighten up this concealer by just going over the Maybelline one. And this is just going to enhance that brightness. This is just from a e.l.f. contour palette. It doesn't have a name. It's just a palette I had for a while now. And I'm just going in with a shade that is about 3 shades darker than my natural complexion. The key to having everything blend flawlessly is to use the same undertones. So for me, as example, I have more of a yellow, slightly orange undertone, so I stick with more of the warm shades. I don't really do too much cool undertones, but as long as it's a warm undertone or it is a neutral undertone, it can work for me. But yeah, whenever picking shades, you always want to go with your undertone. So I've been messing with brushes to blend out my concealer lately. Sometimes I like it, sometimes I like to just stick with my sponge. It just depends on how I'm feeling for the day, but you always want to pat when blending. You don't want to swipe because you don't want to disrupt the products that you laid down previously. So you want to, when applying makeup, you're layering your products. So always tap. Never swipe, always tap. This is also going to help with achieving that smooth, poreless, flawless appearance that we all look for when applying our makeup. Alright, so y'all see I had to go and grab my beauty sponge because when it comes to getting them creases, like right up under that eye, the sponge just do it for me because it's pointed, like the angle of it, it's just perfect. It just makes it so much easier to blend. So yeah, I just grabbed my Morphe sponge. This is their microfiber sponge. I absolutely love this beauty sponge, okay? Make sure your sponge is always damp when you're using them as well. You never want to go on with a dry sponge. Nah, because the repetition in these words is really getting to me. Why I said sponge so many times? But anyways, moving on to blending out this the contour shade. Like I said, I hope y'all can't hear that. I'm getting notifications on my laptop. But like I said, you want to tap. You want to keep everything in place. It's all about precision when blending. Everything has a place and it needs to stay in its place. Precision and placement. That's the keys right there. If you don't remember nothing else from this tutorial, remember precision and placement. Okay? Alright. I'm just taking the excess product on that foundation brush and I'm just going over the highlighted areas just to neutralize everything. Now I felt like my under eye was getting a little washed out by the contour, so I just went back in with the same beauty sponge to bring some brightness back before I set it. And to set, I'm using my Lauram Mercier translucent powder as always, my #1 favorite powder. So that's what I'm using with a light. What kind of brush is this? I don't even know. But it's just a very airy brush. I'm using that to apply the powder and to set. I'm not baking, I'm just setting my face. So I'm setting all the highlighted areas with this powder and making sure I press that into those areas. You always want to set your under eye first because that is the first area to crease. So that's very important. Now we going back into that nose contour just to blend out the foundation shade we applied there previously. And as you see, I'm bringing it up into my crease. Bringing your contour shade up into the crease of, well, up into your brow bone area is a better way to explain it. This is going to just help your contour to look more seamless and snatched, okay? You want to follow your natural facial structure when sculpting your face. Now I'm setting my contoured areas with the Black Radiance light to medium contour palette, and I'm just pressing that powder shade, the contour shade, into the areas that I earlier cream contoured. This is just to enhance the appearance of that cream contour and also make sure that it's set and it doesn't move throughout the day. Getting into the brows, this is like my second favorite part of the application. I'm using my Benefit brow pencil. This is the Precisely My Brow pencil to be exact, and I'm using this to just sculpt out my brow. I like a very light feathered fluffy brow, so I'm very light-handed with this, and I'm just following the natural shape of my eyebrows and creating hair-like strokes throughout, just so the brow could remain looking as natural as possible. Alright, so for my eyes, I'm using that concealer that I used earlier from Milani Cosmetics as my eye base. And this is going to just give my eyeshadow something to stick onto. And I'm going to be using the Bolive Beauty eyeshadow palette. This is their Nude Persuasion palette. The Nude Persuasion palette, that's what it's called. And this palette is bomb. Like, if you love neutral looks, soft glams, this is like the only palette you need in your kit. But yeah, so the first shade that I'm going into is Sepia. This is a soft orangey brown, and I'm using this as my transition shade. So this is gonna go like right on the outer portion of my crease. I'm really weak watching myself because I flex my eyebrows a lot. And this is a quick tip. When doing eyeshadow, when you lift your eyebrow, it smoothens out your eyelid. So you have more space to see where you want your products to go. So that's why you keep seeing me lift my eyebrow. Now I'm going in with the shade Peachy from that palette, and I'm just packing this right onto the center of my lid that I left empty. Peachy is really such a soft, pretty color. It's like a nude with peach undertones. So the name is like perfect. She really chose the names in this palette. She did her thing. She was smart about it. But yeah, so just pack that peachy shade right on to your lid until you have the desired pigment payoff that you're looking for. And now I'm going back in with the crease shade, which was Mahogany, and I'm just blending out the edges of Peachy so everything comes together smoothly. I'm going to take my Inglot Gel liner in the shade 77, which is black. It's just a jet black. And I'm just going to do a thin line across my eyelid. I'm not going to bring it out as a wing. I'm just going to keep it right, and I'm just going to cut it off right at the end of my eye. This is just going to bring some definition to my eyes and give my lash band something to blend into. For my blush, I mixed Spice and Mahogany in the same eyeshadow palette, and I just applied that right onto the high point of my cheek and cheekbones. I'm just taking that Inglot Gel liner right under my, right into my waterline, and this is just going to give my eyes that squinty, you know, that mysterious, you know, like, yeah, just look into my eyes type look. But no, I love doing the black liner on my water lash line just to give some more contrast to the eyes. And then I'm just going to go in with Mahogany right under that liner, and this is just going to bring this whole look together. And don't forget to show your lower lashes some love. Like, take that mascara and make it do what it do. Even if you don't got a lot of under eyelashes, still do it, because it does make a difference. Alright, so for the fun part, the next fun part is our lips. I am using the Morphe lip liner in the shade Chocolate. It's just a deep chocolatey brown, and I'm using that to line my lips. In my opinion, lips are very important, so take your time when it comes to your lips. Be precise in how you outline your lip, because this would like turn the whole makeup application around, your lips alone. Go black. 30 hertz straight up. After lining, I'm going to use the shade Baby Doll in the NYX Liquid Lip Lingerie. We're going to press them lips together, make sure it's all blended. Now I'm going over Baby Doll with the shade Fudge Me in the NYX Butter Gloss. On top of Fudge Me, I'm going to finish off with Morphe's gloss in the shade Froze as a topper. And this shade of gloss just like pulled this lip together. Like, y'all see this lip? Like, Morphe, I did y'all thing, because this shade Frost is on point. Now we finishing off with our Morphe Setter Mist, and this look is complete. Yeah, so this is a finished and complete look. I hope you guys love it. Please do recreate and tag me on Instagram at @TheRealElenaJ. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and turn on your notification bell. See you in the next video.